Well, I'll tell you something about this. She's worked on it and she's done a good job. There's always little crevices. Excellent job, Cheryl. I don't know how you did it that fast. But there's some little stuff. It's still not finished. And that's the way we are. We come in meetings, we come in conferences, we get a little bit, we get a little stuff. And one word was said, Coach Kathy, that got a hold of me. And they said pride. Pride won't let us admit what we need because we don't want anyone to know that we're not perfect. And if you only knew, perfection is a real deal here. Lord, help me, please. You see that silver? It was tarnished, wasn't it? Sherelle began to work on it. Sometimes, many people today don't want silver because they don't want the work. We had to polish that silver until it was shining. My granddaughter, I taught her from a young child how to set a formal table. And sometimes I hate I did because when holidays come, sometimes I say, well, let's just have a, no, Gaga, no. We have to set the table. So we go to get the silver, and she picks up the silver. I said, you can't use that unless you're going to polish it. Because you can't put tarnish silver for someone to eat out of. So she gets her, she knows how, and she begins to polish each piece of silver because it's going to be served to others. Now, people like saying, what's that other one they like? They don't like silver. The substitute is what? Sterling, okay. So then they have something that they have put out that is an easy way to clean silver. So all you have to do is take that silver teapot and dip it in this solution and leave it for a little while and bring it out, and all the tarnish is gone. Shortcuts. There's only one thing wrong with that. The tarnish is gone. But you know what? The silver never shines again. It loses its shine. Shine, for thy light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon thee. Shine. The Bible said a light shined in the prison, and that light caused Peter to rise. But the one thing about Peter, the light didn't bring the chains off. Light is truth. So revelation, truth, came to Peter, and he told Peter, rise. And when he rose, that's when the chains broke. The angel didn't break the chains. Truth came to him. Truth is coming to you. And when you rise up in obedience to what God is saying, Chains will fall. It takes time to work on you. It takes time for him to do what he wants to do with you and in you. Some will sit and wait until the praisers come before you can praise. You better start having a praise inside of you, in your home, where you can run through your home. You can praise God in your home till the neighbors wonder what's going on. Years ago, back in the 60s, see, I'm from way back. I was saved early. But in the 60s, there were those that would have praise meetings. They would praise them so until the fire department would come, because they saw fire on the roofs of the churches. Would to God that we could praise God so that fire would come and we would experience another Pentecost. We would experience cloven tongues of fire that would come in. Let's get back to Peter. He said, "You're dressed, now follow me," because he was still in prison. He followed him through the city. The Bible said he came to the first ward. The angel opened the door, and Peter walked in. He came to the second ward. Remember, it was an iron gate. Now, TOP, you should know what iron is symbolic of, but it is judgment with mercy. That's what a type of what iron is. So he walked through because mercy was going before him. And then they got to the second ward, and the angel opened the door. See, Peter's getting delivered because he's following the angel of the Lord. He's following truth that came in, the light of truth, revelation that came to him. He got to the second one, it opened up. But when he got to the third, what happened? It opened on its own accord. Why? Because faith was now extended. And Peter was free. But he was only free when he got out of the city, out of the prison. Your freedom is here. Your freedom from sicknesses, your freedom from diseases, your freedom from financial worry, your freedom from oppression and all that you have been fighting and all the anxiety, all the things that God have allowed us to experience throughout the year, where we didn't even know what was going on. So much changes, so much shifting. We don't understand what God is doing. You never will understand it. He is high and lifted up. Oh my God. I got to finish here. When you began to let him rub and clean you up, just like, I don't want to touch on gold. I think some of you are going to do it, but I just want to say one thing about gold. I like Western movies, and I'm looking all the time at these people panning for gold. We do not need, or he's not going to let us have fool's gold. He wants the real thing. And I want to go there, but I just have a feeling that this person with jewels, this is the jeweler here. She's going to cover that. But not fool's gold. Fool's gold is that you pick up, it looks just like gold. It feels like gold. It's a pile of ore, but it feels like gold. So they have to test it.